Hi, this is Keshav here. Welcome back. In this video, we'll speak all about identity and we'll see how do you handle data loads into the table which has got identity column in it. Alright, so this is most frequently getting issue. So in case if you don't handle data loads properly while loading into target table which has got identity column, we might get issues. We'll see what sort of issues we might get. In case if we are getting such issues, we'll see how do we handle them. Alright. So here requirement is pretty simple requirement. Load the data from sales lt.address table in AdventureWorks database to address table in TargetDB database. That's it. So your source is Azure SQL database and destination also Azure SQL database. Alright. So what is identity? So identity is one of the properties of the column in a table. This is mainly to have sequence number generated in that specific column. So we can create identity only on numeric columns, and also we can have only one identity column in a table. We can't have more than one identity column. We can have only one identity column in a table. Once we have identity created on any specific column, that column will become read only. We can't have any value inserted externally into that column. Instead, it will take its own value as per the specification that we given while creating the identity, but we can't have the value inserted externally into that specific column. Alright, in case if we got to do that, then we'll see how do we handle that. Okay, that's what the main concept of this video. Let's see how do we handle that. Alright, so let me take you guys into SSMS. Alright, I have got already address table created in our target. So let me see if we have data in it. So currently we have got data in it, right? So let me truncate. Of course I can truncate and load through pipeline as well, but let me truncate here. Fine. So our requirement is whatever the data is there in our source table, that is address sales lt.address table in AdventureWorks database, same data has to be loaded into address table in TargetDB database. Okay, including the address ID column. The all column values has to be inserted as is from source into target. That's what our requirement is. Alright, now let's go ahead and build the pipeline and see. So I already launched ADF environment. Let's go ahead and create new pipeline. Say new pipeline. I'm gonna name it as identity insert. Let's go ahead and use required activity for our data load. So in this case I'm going to go for data flow activity. Of course I can go for copy data also, but let me show you with the data flow activity. I don't have existing data flow created. Let me go ahead and create new data flow. Let's go for mapping data flow. Say okay. Let's go ahead and define source and destination. Add source. I'm going to name it as ADWorks because our source is AdventureWorks database. Okay, so we have got already our data set created. Let me go ahead and use same data set instead of creating again. In case if you want to see how do we create data set, how do we create link service, if you get into my channel you could see all the videos done on that. Please refer my previous videos for that. Alright, so let me go ahead and use existing data set, that's AdventureWorks. If you want to see what table is used, you can just click on edit data set. See here the data source is AdventureWorks database and table is sales lt.address. Fine, done. And let's go ahead and add sync as well. So I'm not doing any sort of transformation, so I don't need to go for any transformations. Directly I'm going ahead and add sync here. Okay, in our data flow directly you can just click on this plus sign and go all the way down. You could see option to add destination. Just click on sync and go ahead and complete our sync settings as well. So I'm gonna name it as target DB. Fine, TargetDB dataset which already I have created. So let me go ahead and use same. Fine. If you want to see what table is used, just click on option. So our database is TargetDB database and the table here is address table. Alright, that's what our target table is. Fine, all good. Let's go back to pipeline. That's it. We have got nothing to do, just configured source and destination. Let's go to mapping, just validate once. Okay, mapping would have been done automatically, but let's go for custom mapping. I'm just switching off auto mapping. So here also I got nothing to do. All the columns from our source table are perfectly mapped to all the columns in our target table. That's it, we have got nothing to do. So now let's go ahead and debug our pipeline. I just configured source dataset, sync dataset. I just went into mapping and checked whether mapping is done properly or not. Yes, all done, all good. Now let's go ahead and debug our pipeline. Alright, go to pipeline, start debugging. So let's see if we are getting any issue or getting loaded without any issue. Let's see. Okay, fine, our pipeline is it to start. Let's wait for a few seconds. Alright, it is started. Fine, it is failed. Okay, let's see what is the error. If you go all the way here, there is error message. Just click on that message icon. Okay, so what is the error? Cannot insert explicit value for identity in address table. Okay, so it is trying to insert the value into the column which has got identity on it. Okay, so that's where the issue is. So what does it mean when you create identity? As I said, that specific column will become read only. So that means it won't accept whatever the value we are giving externally. Instead, it will take its own value as per the specification those we given while creating the identity. But here if you go to mapping, what is happening? Though we have identity created on this address ID column in the target table, but still we are trying to insert the value from source column into that address ID column in our target table, right? So that means we are trying to insert external value into that specific column. So as I said, it became already read only because of that identity property. So it can't take the value that we are passing through this mapping. So how do we handle that? So we can handle that in two ways. First way I'll show you. The first way is we can take off this mapping. Okay, so I'm just deleting this mapping. So that means it won't take the value from the source table, but let's see what value it will take then. Let's go ahead and execute our pipeline. I did not do anything, just I removed the mapping for that specific column and gone ahead and started debugging. Fine, go to SSMS. Currently we don't have data, our pipeline is yet to be executed. Let's wait for that. It is not launched yet. Let's wait for a few seconds. Alright, it is started now, it is in progress. Hopefully this time it should not fail, it should execute, but we'll see whether our target column is getting the expected value or not. Obviously it won't get expected value because we are not inserting the value from our source column into that specific target column. Okay, of course we can expect the value from other columns, whatever the values are there in our source. So definitely same value should be there in our target also for other columns, but not for one column, that is address ID. So it is executed. Let's go ahead and validate the data. Alright, so first of all, in source table address ID column has got these values, and if you do order by also, order by address ID, maybe you can say fine. The least value is 9, it has started with 9. What are the values are there, okay, in our address ID column in source table. So same values should be there in our target table also. That's what our requirement is. Alright, so now let's go ahead and execute the query on our target table. Alright, we have got data for all the columns. This all columns data is matching, but if you observe here, the address ID column has got its own value. It has started with 1 and increment by 1. So likewise it has got sequence number. So as per the specifications those we given while creating identity, based on those specifications it has taken its own value. but our requirement is not that, right? Our requirement is whatever the data in our source table, including address ID column also, same data has to be replicated in our target table as well. Okay, that's what our requirement is. Fine. So for that, what we can do, we can handle that in other way. So what we need to do for that, as when you map it, when you're trying to insert the value by mapping, it is not taking, it is failing, right? But if you take off that mapping, it is taking its own value. But our requirement is to take whatever the value is there in a source table, right? So for that, what we need to do, we need to, while this load is happening, so temporarily we need to disable that identity property on that specific column in target table. So how do we do that? We can do that by using one statement, set identity insert table name on. Whatever the table has got identity column, that is our target table, right, which has got identity column in it. So on that specific table, we need to disable identity. How do we disable? We can disable identity with this statement, set identity insert on that specific table. So if you make identity insert on, means what? That identity property will be disabled. Once it is disabled, whatever the value you are giving externally, it will take, right? That's how it works. Okay, so fine, we need to use this statement, but in our pipeline, let's see where we can pass this statement to disable identity during our data load. Go to data flow, go all the way to sync dataset. Under sync dataset, go to settings. Under settings, if you go all the way down, you could see there are two options here, pre-SQL scripts and post-SQL scripts. Whatever the action you want to perform before the data load, we can just pause that action here, and whatever the action you want to perform after our data load, so that also we can pause here under post-SQL scripts. If you say that set identity insert on, that identity will be disabled, but it will be disabled permanently, right? What is our requirement? During this load only it has to be disabled. Again it has to go back to the default behavior, right? For that, what we need to do, under post SQL script, we need to make it off again. So once we make it off, it will go back to the default behavior. So when you are trying to insert the value into that table, it won't take external values, it will take its own value. All right, in this pipeline, before starting that data load, make it on, and once data load is done, then again make it off. All right, let's go back to mapping, and I took off that mapping, right? Let's add the mapping. So that means it will take the value from the source column, that is address ID. So let's search for address ID in target table. That's it. We just remapped the address ID column from source to destination, and along with that we added two statements, one in pre-SQL statement, that is identity insert on. Under post SQL scripts, we added identity insert off. That's it. Let's go ahead and debug our pipeline. Before that, let me truncate the table. Yep, we don't have data. Our pipeline is yet to be started. Okay, so meanwhile, records from the table you can remove in two ways: delete from table name, and also we can do with truncate statement also. But there is slight difference between delete and truncate in terms of identity. Okay, so there are many other differences, but I am not going into those differences as we are discussing about identity. In terms of identity, what is the difference between delete and truncate? Let me speak about that. Okay, so when you take off the records with delete statement, so what it happens, it will remove all the records, because we did not put any where condition here, right? So it will take off all the records the way how truncate works. But so in case if the table has got identity column in it, right, what happens? Of course data will be removed, but next time when you try inserting the value into that specific table, right, what happens, that first row will pick up the identity where it has ended before. For example, it has ended at 100th record. Before there were 100 records, we deleted with delete statement. And when you try insert the value into this address table, that first row will pick identity value as 100, not 1, because the whatever the identity was there before deleting, that same identity will be retained. Alright, but whereas with truncate statement, what happens, along with data, even identity also will be cleared. When you try inserting new value into a table which has truncated before, it will start again from the starting value as per our specification. For example, for identity specification, we have said to start with 1. So after truncate, it will start again with number 1, then increment by whatever the specification we given. Alright, but of course, once we are deleted, if you want to start again from the initial value, of course there is option to reseed. Of course we can do that as well. Just for your understanding, just pointing out the difference between delete and truncate. Alright, fine, let's go back to our pipeline. It is executed now, and let's execute select statement in our destination table. All right, see here, now this time our address ID got whatever the value is there in our column, that is address ID column, same values are reflecting in our destination table, that is under address ID. Rest of the columns, of course, before also those were matching, but now this time even address ID also matching with our source table address ID column. Alright, this is how we can handle identity inserts in our ADF pipeline. Alright, I hope this is clear for you guys. Thanks for watching my video. Please do subscribe for more videos from my side on Azure and also on Power BI. Alright, we'll meet again with a different concept. Until then, bye bye. Thank you.